Hello everyone, my name is Akubra Mahata, register number UR15C051. So I'm today doing the first lab experiment for C++. So today's topic is looping and branching statements. My question is, an election is contested by 5 candidates. The candidates are numbered 1 to 5 and the voting is done by marking the candidate number on the ballot paper. Write a program to read the ballots and count the votes cast for each candidate using an array variable count. In case a number is read is outside the range 1 to 5, the ballot should be considered as a spoiled ballot and the program should also count the number of spoiled ballots. Now we will see the code for this program. This is the header file, then the main method, then we've got variables of integer type vote, in which we'll enter the vote, and count v, which is counting the votes got by each contestant, which are initially assigned 0 for each, and the spoiled, which is also initialized with 0, and the ch, which is of character type. Then the coding is done in the do while loop. Will first display the user to enter the vote for candidate 1 1, for candidate 2 he'll enter 2, and so on till candidate 5. Now we'll take his vote in vote variable and use it in the switch function for if a user enters 1 so the count v of 0 will be incremented by 1. If user enters 2, then count v of 1 will be incremented by 1. If 3, count v of 2 will be incremented by 1. If 4, count v of 3 will incremented by 1. If 5, count v of 4 will incremented by 1. And if he enters anything other than that, then it will go for the spoiled one. Then a message will be displayed to us telling if we want to continue or not, and accordingly we'll enter our choice in ch and it will check the condition and execute accordingly. Then we'll display the votes acquired by each candidate. For candidate 1, count v of 0. For candidate 2, count v of 1. For candidate 3, count v of 2. For candidate 4, count v of 3. And for candidate 5, count v of 4. And also we'll display the spoiled ballot, which is stored in the spoiled variable. Now we'll see the output of this code. So first we'll vote for candidate 1, then for candidate 2, then for candidate 3. Then again we'll vote for candidate 2, then for candidate 4, then for candidate 5, then we'll give a spoiled one, and again we'll vote for candidate 2. So as we can see, we vote for candidate 2 three times and the rest of one times, and even the spoiled one is executed once, so we can assure that the program is working correctly. Now we'll see the next part of the question, which is the pattern like this: 1, then 3 times 2, then 5 times 3, then 7 times 4. Now to see the code of this program, first we'll declare the header file iostream then namespace std. Then main function starts. In main functions we declare the variables which we require to print the pattern, like I, j, k, which is assigned to 0, x and y also, which are assigned to 0. Then we'll ask the user to enter the number of terms and it will be stored in n. Then we start a loop which goes I, which goes from 1 and less than equal to n, and I is incremented. Then again in it another loop j, which goes from 1 to n minus ith position and also incremented by 1, and every time it prints space, and also the x value is incremented. After finishing the jth loop, it will start a while loop where it will while loop where the condition is k not equal to 2 into I minus 1. Within it, it will check a condition. If x less than equal to n minus 1, it will print a space, else and also increment the value of x, else it will increment the value of y and print k minus y plus 1 and space along with it and increment the value of k. And Here the while loop ends, and again y, x and k are initialized to 0, and then cout is written with slash n to go to the next line. Now to see the output, it's asking for the number of terms, so we'll enter 5. So we are getting the correct output. It shows the program is executed correctly. So this is the end of the video. Thank you very much.